The Journey of the Soul. Unraveling Past Lives. Have you ever paused for a moment to consider that perhaps the experiences you've had in past lives are still shaping who you are today? Imagine discovering that you were someone entirely different, with stories, secrets, and echoes that still reverberate through your present being. Such realizations can be both intriguing and startling. Buddhism teaches that life is a cyclical journey, with each of us bearing lessons and karmic imprints from previous lives. Understanding who you were could reveal patterns of behavior or even hidden talents, and perhaps shine a light on the mysteries of your soul's journey. Echoes of power and loss. What would you do if you discovered you had once been a powerful figure, a ruler, a protector, or a sage? Or perhaps the challenges you face now, such as the inability to trust others or the feeling that something essential is missing, stem from deep experiences etched into your soul long before your current life began. Imagine being able to explore those mysteries, to grasp why you feel what you feel, and more importantly, how to overcome the burdens that may have held you captive for lifetimes. Curiosity is a natural part of the human experience, but what you uncover might shock you. Exploring the mysteries of past lives is not merely an exercise in curiosity, but an endeavor in personal transformation, to unveil the hidden truths about who you were and how they continue to shape the life you lead today. Patterns that persist. Consider the way certain things seem to repeat in your life, almost as if you're trapped in a cycle, an unbroken loop that you cannot escape. Maybe you constantly feel alone, even when you're surrounded by people. Perhaps you are always giving of yourself to others, yet never feel appreciated in return. These situations might be more than mere coincidences. Buddhist teachings suggest that they could be linked to the person you were in a past incarnation. It may be that the challenges of your present existence, difficulty in trusting others, or a persistent emptiness within, are rooted in the experiences your soul endured in a prior life. Imagine if, in a previous existence, you were someone who suffered deeply, someone who bore the scars of loneliness and heartbreak, and that pain still lingers today, affecting your emotions, your choices, your very essence. To discover who you were is to be gifted the opportunity to comprehend why you are who you are now, and to begin the process of healing, growing, and overcoming. Natural talents and deep affinities. Have you ever noticed that certain behaviors come naturally to you, as if you instinctively know how to do something you've never learned? Or perhaps you feel an inexplicable draw to certain times, cultures, or places without any clear rationale. Such affinities may reflect a past life where those skills were acquired, or those places once held meaning for you. The talents and behaviors you exhibit today could be echoes of a prior journey, where those experiences left an indelible mark upon your soul. Your curiosity for certain eras or natural inclinations could be a window into who you were, a reflection of a time when your soul was shaped by different experiences and stories. Understanding those pieces of yourself can open new perspectives, giving you deeper appreciation for your gifts and helping you navigate the challenges before you. The balance between solitude and connection. Maybe you identify as someone who feels a lingering loneliness, even amidst a crowd, or as someone who has always been drawn to solitude. It could be that in a previous incarnation you lived a life of isolation, perhaps as a hermit, dwelling far from society in search of peace or inner truth. Silence and solitude were once your companions, yet the marks of that life remain today, manifesting as a difficulty in forming deep emotional connections. This life offers an opportunity to find balance, to learn the value of connection, to break the cycle of isolation, and to open yourself to meaningful relationships with others. This isn't about negating the peace that solitude brings. Rather, it's about embracing the duality within you, recognizing the desire for both connection and solitude, and letting that harmony enrich your life. The lingering feeling of loneliness may also reflect a past marked by abandonment or significant loss. Perhaps you lost someone profoundly dear to you, and the echo of that grief has never truly dissipated. It might have created an emotional barrier that still persists, leaving you fearful of deep connection, fearing the pain of loss all over again. But the gift of this current life is the opportunity to heal, to move beyond the fears that have held you captive and find new ways to love and to trust, to forge connections that, this time, are free of the past's shadows. Perhaps, in a distant life, you were someone spiritual and wise, a figure who embraced the quiet, introspective path. Today, your mission might be to learn how to balance that wisdom with the vibrancy of shared humanity. Courage beyond the battlefield. Perhaps instead, you are someone drawn toward action and bravery, to stories of war, heroism, and conquest. This pull could signify a life once lived as a soldier, a warrior, a leader in battle, someone whose days were defined by courage and survival. Such a life may have left a deep imprint on your soul, drawing you even now towards the thrill of conflict and the allure of adventure. But in this incarnation, the call may not be for physical battles. It may be a call for inner courage, a chance to channel those leadership qualities toward building something meaningful, not by force, but through empathy, wisdom, and strength. In this life, you are given the chance to redefine what bravery means, to use your power not for the destruction of enemies, but for the creation of unity. The burden and gift of leadership. Maybe you've always felt inclined to lead, naturally rising to the forefront in group situations, with others looking to you for direction and strength. In a previous life, you may have been a ruler, a tribal chief, or a spiritual guide. You were the one to whom others turned in times of crisis, and you made decisions that shaped the lives of many. Those skills are still within you, the remnants of authority and responsibility from lifetimes past. But power is a double-edged sword, and perhaps the lessons of that life still linger. Lessons of the weight of authority, the burdens of power, and the fine line between leadership and control. In this life, your mission might be to exercise leadership in a balanced way, to use your influence to uplift others and to create a lasting positive impact, all while understanding the value of humility. The pull of the unknown. Are you someone who has always been fascinated by the unknown, by the mysteries of life and death, the spiritual realms that lie beyond the tangible world? Such an inclination could reflect a past life lived as a monk, a healer, or an occult scholar, someone who devoted their existence to understanding the universe beyond what the eye can see. It was a life driven by questions of spirit, by the search for meaning beyond material existence. In this life, you may be called to continue this quest, but in a way that bridges the spiritual with the practical, that brings insight and understanding not only to yourself, but to others. You may have once isolated yourself to seek answers, but now the journey may be to share what you find, to use your wisdom in service to the world. Innovation and creation. Perhaps you were once an innovator, a merchant, an inventor, a pioneer who dared to dream of new possibilities. You charted new territories, introduced novel ideas, and lived a life ahead of your time. That spirit of creativity and determination still fuels you now, an instinct to break barriers, to seek the untraveled road. In this life, the challenge might not be to innovate for personal gain, but to use that creativity to benefit others. To ensure that what you build, what you discover, leaves the world a better place. This might be your soul's mission, to take the spark of innovation and let it serve the greater good, to create not only for yourself, but for the collective well-being of humanity. The Protector's Call. Maybe you see yourself as a protector, a caretaker, someone who feels deeply called to nurture and guard those around you. This could reflect a past life as a healer, a guardian, or someone who dedicated themselves to the care of others. You ensured the safety and well-being of your community, even at the cost of your own needs. In this lifetime, the lesson might be to learn balance, to recognize that while caring for others is beautiful, it should not come at the expense of your own health and happiness. You may need to learn to set boundaries to ensure your desire to help does not become a burden. In learning to care for yourself, you empower yourself to care for others even more fully. The weight of past failures. Do you have an intense fear of failure? A fear so overwhelming that it prevents you from seizing opportunities? This anxiety might stem from a past life where you experienced significant downfall, perhaps as a leader or someone who took great risks. The impact of that failure left a mark, creating an internal barrier that still exists today, holding you back from potential growth. In this life, your challenge might be to embrace failure as part of growth, to understand that every misstep is a chance to learn, and that wisdom comes not from avoiding mistakes, but from embracing them, from learning, growing, and rising anew each time you fall. The fear of failure is your soul's way of protecting itself, but it can also be transformed into resilience, into strength. The call of the sea. Even a fear as specific as a fear of water, a terror of drowning, or an aversion to large bodies of water could be a reflection of a past trauma. Perhaps you were once a sailor, someone whose life was tied to the sea, or maybe you suffered a tragedy involving water. These memories still echo in your soul, shaping your relationship with the sea today. Or, on the other hand, perhaps you feel a profound attraction to the sea, a magnetic pull that defies explanation. You may have been a navigator, an explorer, someone who sailed across oceans, feeling a connection to the water that is still present today. Whether it's fear or fascination, these emotions are keys to understanding the past lives that shaped you. The pain of being misunderstood. Perhaps you have always felt misunderstood, as if the world has never quite seen you for who you are. You may have special gifts, a deep intuition, a connection to the invisible, abilities that go beyond the ordinary. In ancient times, those with such gifts were often seen as outcasts, misunderstood, persecuted, sometimes feared. Perhaps you were once a healer, a mystic, a witch, whose abilities were not accepted, who suffered for being different. These experiences may have left you wary, afraid to reveal who you are, to show your gifts. But this life offers you the chance to heal those wounds, to embrace your abilities without fear, to find the people and the places that accept and celebrate you for who you are. By understanding where this fear comes from, you can begin to let it go, transforming it into empowerment, into the courage to stand fully in your truth. Breaking free from stagnation. If you've ever felt trapped, as if your life is a routine without meaning, a never-ending cycle, this too might have roots in a past life. Perhaps you once lived a life with little freedom, a life where your role was fixed, your path inflexible. Those memories can create a sense of stagnation, a dissatisfaction that lingers, leaving you yearning for change without knowing how to achieve it. The gift of this life is the chance to break that cycle, to create new possibilities, to bring meaning to your days. Even small acts of change can help. Introducing new hobbies, exploring different places, finding joy in the unexpected. The key is to recognize that the feeling of being trapped is not a sentence, but a call to evolve, to grow, to create a life that resonates with the deepest parts of who you are. Transforming the past. If any of these stories resonate with you, if they feel like glimpses of a truth you've always known, then perhaps the influences of your past lives are still at play. The first step towards transformation is recognizing these patterns, understanding that the feelings you have, the behaviors that define you, are not burdens, but opportunities for growth. The past is not a chain that binds you, it is a foundation upon which you can build anew. By acknowledging the shadows of your past lives, you begin the process of transforming those experiences, turning pain into wisdom, fear into courage, isolation into connection. Transformation involves taking the lessons learned in previous lives and using them to make conscious choices that align your present with the purpose of your soul. It means seeing yourself not as a passive participant, but as an active creator of your destiny, deciding each day to grow beyond the patterns that once defined you. If you were once misunderstood, now is the time to find those who understand. If you were once burdened with responsibilities, now is the time to find balance. If you were once trapped, now is the time to break free. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-discovery is ongoing, and each new understanding is a vital piece of your soul's puzzle. Through meditation, guided regression, or simply listening to the deep call within you, you can begin to access the memories that linger beneath the surface, to understand, to heal, and to transform. Perhaps you are here today because you feel the pull, a sense that there is more to who you are, a longing to uncover the mysteries of your past. Remember, the journey of discovering past lives is not just about the past, it is about who you are now and who you wish to become. If you feel inspired, share your reflections. Have you experienced something that feels connected to a past life, an inexplicable fear, a natural talent, a sense of being out of place? By sharing, you help not only yourself, but others who are also seeking. Others who, like you, are on a journey to understand, to heal, to grow. Embracing the eternal path. The path of the soul is eternal, and each life is but a chapter in the vast story of who you are. To understand where you have been is to empower yourself to shape where you are going. You are not defined by the past. You are illuminated by it, given the chance to transform, to create, to become. Each life is an intricate tapestry woven with threads of experiences, choices, and lessons learned. Some threads are dark, woven from pain, hardship, or fear, while others are bright, made of love, joy, or triumph. The beauty lies in the completeness of the tapestry, for without the contrast of light and dark, there would be no depth, no richness. Think of your soul as a wanderer, traveling across lifetimes, seeking wisdom and wholeness. Each life is a step along this journey, and each challenge or joy experienced becomes a part of the larger story. By understanding the broader picture, by realizing that the struggles of today may have their roots in distant echoes of who you were, you begin to understand yourself more compassionately. The pain, the fears, the feelings of being trapped, they are not failures. They are part of the journey. They are the hurdles that make the soul stronger, more resilient, more luminous. There is a deep interconnectedness between every life lived. The karmic imprints, the lessons learned, and the bonds formed do not vanish. They transcend time, creating a beautiful continuity that connects your past, present, and future. Every action you take in this life has the potential to impact future incarnations. The choices you make today to understand, heal, and grow will create ripples that extend beyond this present reality. Perhaps you have wondered why certain people seem to be immediately familiar, as though you have known them before. Soul connections traverse time and space. A friend, a lover, a teacher in this life could have been a partner, a child, or a mentor in a past incarnation. These connections are meaningful, for they offer the chance to continue learning from one another, to grow together, and to help each other along the path. Finding the essence within. As you uncover the mysteries of your past lives, it is not just about finding out who you were. It is about finding the essence that remains true through all lifetimes, the core of who you are beyond the circumstances of a particular existence. This essence is pure and unchanging, a beacon guiding you through the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. When you tap into this essence, you align yourself with the highest potential of your soul. Engage in practices that help you touch that deeper part of yourself. Meditation, reflection, or simply sitting in nature, listening to the whispers of your soul. The answers you seek are already within you, for you carry the wisdom of all your past experiences. The more you connect with this wisdom, the more you begin to live authentically, in harmony with the truth of your soul's journey. The blooming of transformation. Transformation is not an instant process. It is a gradual unfolding. Just as a flower blooms petal by petal, your understanding of yourself and your growth takes time. Be patient with yourself. Allow each petal to open naturally, revealing the beauty within. Trust the process, trust your soul's journey, and trust that every experience, every challenge, and every joy is contributing to the masterpiece that is your life. Take a moment now to breathe deeply and consider. What is your soul trying to tell you? What lessons have you carried with you across lifetimes that you are ready to face, to heal, to transform? Know that by embarking on this path of self-discovery, you are not alone. Countless others are also seeking, and as we each grow, we contribute to the collective evolution of humanity. Walking the eternal path. Share your journey, share your reflections, and share your heart. Together, we can unravel the mysteries of our souls, heal the wounds of our pasts, and step into the light of a brighter, more conscious future. The path ahead is filled with possibilities, and the power to shape that path lies within you. Your past lives are not chains that bind you, they are stories that have shaped you. Embrace them, learn from them, and use them as a foundation to rise, to create, to become. The journey is eternal, and you are but one of many travelers. Walk forward with courage, with curiosity, and with love. In doing so, you honor not only who you were, but who you are destined to become.